when I was 10, we had a car accident, me and my family. So I sold my apartment, I quit my job, and I went to India. Krishna has given me is a deeper purpose in life, that he felt like I have to go to India. Vacha vegam, manasa krodha vegam, jivam vegam, udara.
Most beautiful thing that you get in Indian culture.
In Indian culture.
नमस्कार दोस्तों, मेरा नाम है दीपक सिंह, आप देख रहे प्राइम इंडिया। दोस्तों, वृंदावन के दौरे पे आज हमें एक और भक्त मिली है और हम इनसे बात करेंगे, इनकी पूरी भक्ति और भारत की यात्रा के बारे में जानेंगे। राधे राधे।
राधे राधे, हरे कृष्ण।
व्हाट्स योर गुड नेम?
My name is Chitralekha Dasi.
चित्रलेखा दासी। Which country are you from?
I'm from Holland.
Holland.
The Netherlands, yeah.
Your name is Chitralekha. It's your Indian name or
So this is my initiated name. When I took initiation from my Gurudev, then he gave me a new name, which is Chitralekha Dasi.
what was the name of your past?
So the Karmi name we call is Celine.
Celine. So tell me the journey from Celine to Chitralekha.
Okay. So I did everything that society tells me to do. Right? You have to get this job, you have to graduate with good grades, get your paper, get a nice apartment, good friends, good money, and material life. And I did it everything, according to the book, check, check, check. And I have it all, but every milestone I pass, I don't feel anything. I don't feel happiness or fulfillment. I always feel that it's this emptiness and a lot of questions about life that I cannot solve. So at some point, I think it was 3 years ago, I thought now it's enough, now I have to really find out what life is about before I really dive into this new chapter in my life. So I sold my apartment, I quit my job, and I went to India. My parents, they came to India frequently also for spiritual journeys, so I thought, okay, let me try. So I did a lot of things, like I went to do Buddhist meditation, Vipassana, I did like Kung Fu, yoga, and then I ended up in Govardhan Eco Village, which is an eco village built by Radhanath Swami. And there I did Ayurveda and yoga teacher training. And we also had a philosophy part there. And it was about the Bhagavad Gita. And suddenly I saw all my life questions, they were being answered, very systematically, tack, tack, tack. And at some point it was even so much knowledge, my brain couldn't handle it. And so it descended to my heart. And then I felt an opening in my heart and I felt deep within, this is it, this is what life is about. And now I can find real purpose in life.
बेसिकली ये कह रही है कि लाइफ में जो सोसाइटी ने मुझे बोला, मैंने वो सब किया। मेरे कई सारे गोल थे, जॉब करना, फ्लैट लेना, कार लेना, मैंने वो सब पूरे किए, बट एक सेटिस्फेक्शन नहीं था। डिडंट गेट सेटिस्फेक्शन फ्रॉम इनसाइड। तब इन्होंने भगवत गीता को लेक्चर सुना और इन्होंने देखा कि मेरे जीवन के हर एक आंसर भगवत गीता में है, तो ये सब कुछ बेच के अपना भारत चले आए। यू सेड you get your every answer from Bhagavad Gita.
Yes.
And then how did you decide to come to the India and how did you know about India?
So when I was 10, we had a car accident, me and my family, and my dad was pretty shocked. He was like, I have responsibility for my family and this happened to them. So the boss of my father said, you should go and do a course. You can choose any course and then you come back to work. So my dad did a course in spirituality in our home country. And there was someone from India, a teacher from India, and this struck him so much that he felt like, I have to go to India. So he went to India for 1 month. He came back, he was a totally different person. Suddenly, he didn't get angry anymore. He was very quiet, only said essential things. So my mom was like, I have to do this too. So my mom went to India, then she came back. And for them, there is where their spiritual life started. And at some point, when I was, a few years later, when I was in a sort of like a depression, or not really like that heavy, but like a valley, a moment that I didn't feel so good, they told me, you know what, we pay, you go to India, go and experience what it is, So I went and I really felt like, wow, this is appealing to me. This is opening new doors inside of my being, my heart, my mind, my brain. And from that time onwards, I've been coming to India. But only these 3 years ago, when I found Krishna consciousness, that was the moment for me that it really, the spark that made the fire burn.
How did you feel Krishna consciousness? And tell me something about Krishna that you feel.
Something about Krishna that I feel. Well, what I feel like Krishna consciousness has ultimately given me is a true purpose. When I look at the world, I see so many things that are meaningless. We have to be beautiful, we have to have a lot of cars, we have to have a lot of money, all these material things, but they're so temporary. You work super hard to get things, and then you die. So what is the use, So what Krishna consciousness has given me and what Krishna has given me is a deeper purpose in life. A purpose to really go deeper within and find your soul, which is ultimately always connected with Krishna. So if we regain that connection, then we can find true love and true joy that is not temporary, but that is eternal.
Sweet. And for what reason you came to the India? Did you get that?
So I came to India to find answers to my questions.
And did you find?
I did find, yes. Yeah.
Now tell me your life before coming India or after coming India. Also I can say that your life before coming to the bhakti, Krishna bhakti, and before coming to the bhakti.
Changed everything around.
So do you do kirtan?
Kirtan, I do kirtan,
Do
yeah.
you know any bhajan?
A bhajan, yeah. I mean, mostly we sing the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So.
Can you sing?
Yeah. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
So sweet. And do you read Bhagavad Gita?
Yes, I study Gita and
Study Gita. Do you remember any slok of Gita?
Ha! Well, I can tell you the first sloka that I ever learned, but it's not from the Gita. It's actually from Nectar of Instruction, which is written by Rupa Goswami, one of the 6 sages here in Vrindavan. So it goes like this. I hope I remember. Vacho vegam manasa krodha vegam jivam vegam udarapashta vegam etan yo vishaheta dhiraha sarvam ittimam prithvim shashishat. And it's basically about if you look for a spiritual master who's going to enlighten you for the truth, what do you have to look for in someone? So it begins with controlling your senses, controlling the tongue, the belly, and the genitals, and controlling your mind and the reactions of the mind, like anger. So that was the first one I ever learned. So.
Also this one your favorite, I think.
Ha! Well, I'm not such a sloka. I'm not so good in remembering shlokas. More like into the philosophy and study. So I'm working on that, on getting to know my favorite shlokas.
And how do you feel in India?
I feel very good in India. I mean, it's in various ways very different than our own country. But I'm learning a lot because here, especially here in Vrindavan, the purpose is so strong. And everyone is looking in the same direction, going for the same goal. And it gives a lot of focus and a lot of flow to really, and motivation and inspiration to go for that goal. So that is really inspiring me, and taking that inspiration and energy, bring back to the West, and then hopefully spread it amongst others there as well.
What is the most beautiful thing that you get in Indian culture?
In Indian culture, deep truth. Deep truth that transcends just aesthetics, that transcends the meaninglessness of life in general. So I feel like what India has is that when you boil it down to the essence, it's not about how things look or that we have to all pretend that we're happy, but they're very true and honest, and they have such deep wealth and richness in their philosophy and their roots. And that is really inspiring me.
थैंक यू सो मच दोस्तों, और आपको इनकी पूरी भक्ति और इनकी भारत की यात्रा कैसी लगी हमें कमेंट में जरूर बताना. राधे राधे.
And may everyone chant Hare Krishna because it's going to change your life.